Hello, me TBDs. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my July favorites. Where is the time going? I don't have a ton of things to talk about today. I have like 8 favorites. Now that is strictly because one, I have been spending most of my time hiking and preparing for this Half Dome hike. And then 2, I was actually on vacation and did the Half Dome hike. So I don't have a ton of things that like are new or that I've used a bunch because to be honest, this month I just haven't been wearing as much makeup as I normally do. That's why. But I still wanted to share those with you because why not? If you guys enjoy favorite videos and want me to keep them coming, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. As always, I'd love it if you left down below what were some of your favorites for the month. I love hearing from you guys and finding out what you guys have been loving too. But let's go ahead and hop into the video. The first honorable mention, I have to talk about this. This is the Pure Rawbeautykristi double-sided pressed pigment palette. I did a review and giveaway video. I will link that down in the description if you are interested in watching it. It gets significantly more in detail about the palette, about the colors. I do live swatches. It's a whole thing. So be sure to go and watch that. But I have been using this palette nonstop. I actually just did a look using the palette. I used the shade Dandelion and the shade Am I Orange. Those are like the main colors on my eye right now. This palette is completely amazing. There are 2 different sides. There is a neutral side. That is the neutral shades, and then you turn it over and there is the colorful side. I've been trying to play around with the more colorful side because of course it's out of my comfort zone. I just want to get in it and I don't know, push boundaries a little bit, you know? I have been using this palette pretty much every single day since I got it. So that says a lot. This was only $34, very, very affordable. You get 2 giant mirrors in here. And I love that you can travel with this. Like you get 18 shades in here, but you can still throw this in your travel bag and you're good to go. So I really, really love that. I do feel like I have every shade in here that I would need in a palette, a travel palette, a regular palette, any palette. I love all these shades and I feel like these are great everyday type of shades, but also you could dress it up a little bit and go for something fun and colorful like I did today. So I've been using this so much. I think the layout of it is amazing. I love how it's not big and bulky. I love that you get so many different eyeshadows and I like that they're all matte. Like all but two are matte. This has 18 eyeshadows in it, but so does this one. Look at the difference in size because she did do the double-sided thing on this palette. But I've also been really liking the Retro Paradise palette as well. Again, with the more colorful neon summery shades. Now you don't get a mirror in here, but it is very good, very sturdy. All of these shades are really, really great. And if you're looking for a cheaper version of the Rawbeautykristi, this does have some shades that could be a little similar. This is not a dupe by any means, but I'm just saying like if you want more of the colorful pops and like the darker blue that's in the Kristi palette, then this might be a good option for you. Now, I still think you should get the Pure this palette. You need this palette, but I really have been enjoying this, especially for the summer months. I just think it's such a pretty palette. I love all of the different shades. I love all of the different shimmers. The shimmers are really, really good and you get a lot of really colorful, pretty mattes as well. But this is also a palette that I've just been using and going for and really, really enjoying. This highlight is poppin'. What is it? My lip gloss is poppin', but this is also poppin'. This is the Milani highlighter duo in the shade Power Up. I'm wearing it on the cheeks today and I just love this so much. I love that you have a more subtle shade, but then you also have that like blinding wet one over here. I'm gonna swatch both of these for you. Look at those. Those are both swatched on my hand. They are so pretty, especially if you have fair skin. I'm sure these would look really nice on deep skin too. And I think they have other shades of the highlighter duos if you're looking for a darker one. But for my fair girls and guys out there, this would be really, really flattering. It's not too dark. I've used both of these shades and even on my skin tone right now, they look totally fine. The formula is just so pretty. Like one of them, the bottom one is the more subtle one, and then the top one is the more wet looking, very metallic kind of highlight. But I love that you get both. I like the packaging. It's very small, good for travel. I took this with me on my California trip and it's just so good and I just really like it. It doesn't emphasize texture or anything. It's just such a great, affordable drugstore highlight that I cannot stop using. All right, I've been using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation for days, you guys. This has been my go-to. Like, I have no patience for any other type of foundation other than one that I can just slap on, blend it a little bit in with a brush, and that's it. Like, I don't want the beauty blender. I don't want any liquid foundation. That's just how I've been feeling lately. I don't know what it is, but I've been using this stick foundation so much because it's so easy. You just swipe it on, blend it out with a brush, and it's just one of my most effortless applications of a foundation that I have, and it looks so nice and natural on the skin. It does pull a little bit more of like a satin finish, so I've been really enjoying that for the summertime. It's just made my skin look very nice and healthy and a little bit more natural than something that's really matte. So I've been loving this. It's the perfect shade for me right now, which is awesome. I'm kind of weirdly in between a lot of different foundation shades right now. Every day I grab this and I'm like, this is easy. This is quick, no mess, don't have to clean up the liquid part of the foundation that I don't use. And to be honest, it's probably like my quickest applying foundation that I have, which is probably why I've been wanting to use it so much in July, because I have no time for anything. My patience is like this much with makeup. Next, I have the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I'm also wearing this today. Weirdly enough, I'm wearing a lot of these things, but this is a loose powder you can get at the drugstore. I have the shade Light, Fair Light. It's the lightest one that they have. I really like this. I wish the packaging was different. Like, I wish it was a round container because the poke, it's a square, so it gets pokey and just kind of bulky and weird. But other than the packaging, I really love the formula. It's something that I can put over a foundation like this one that doesn't claim to be matte and mattify it a little bit. So if I'm looking for more of a natural finish foundation, but I do want something on my side to help with the oil, I apply this on top. It's super affordable. It's kind of like this, and the Wet n Wild powder has become my go-to powders over the Laura Mercier, which is kind of crazy. So I've been using this like crazy. It's really gross and I need to probably clean the top of it, but I've just been using it so much because it is really, really good, especially for someone who has more oily skin. This is from Milani. This is the powder bronzer brush. I did a whole video reviewing new Milani products. This highlighter was also in that video, and I discovered this brush. This is so good. This is what I've been using for bronzer ever since I filmed that video. I cannot stop using it. It is the perfect size for bronzer application. I would not use this for powder because it just seems a little too small for that, but I think that it applies bronzer so well. It gives me more of a contoured bronze look, which I've been really enjoying, especially for summertime. And I think it's just so soft. It feels so good when you're actually using it on the face. I don't know what these bristles are, but they are so incredibly soft. And it's a very well-made brush. Like, I can go like this and there's not bristles coming out. So I really do think this is worth it. Now, I am someone that does not purchase brushes because I'm like, I bought all these Sigma ones 50,000 years ago and they should hold up forever, and I'm never going to buy new ones, but I need to buy new ones because if I didn't, I wouldn't have discovered this, and that just shows how good Milani brushes, at least this one is, because it has totally replaced my Sigma bronzer brush, my Morphe bronzer brush. It's better. It just is. So if you haven't tried this, you really should. It's just really, really good, and it just feels very luxurious when you're applying it onto the skin. All right, last makeup thing. This is the Urban Decay D-Slick. I haven't used this in a hot minute because I haven't needed to, but when I was traveling in California, I did not want my makeup to come off, particularly because I was wearing a mask most of the time. I didn't want this part of my nose to rub off from the makeup that I was wearing, so I doused my face in D-Slick, and it did a really good job at keeping my makeup on. Like, I didn't have to worry at all about it coming off. Barely made a dent at the very end of the day when I noticed when I took my mask off. I don't know. I think when we're getting more into masks and having to wear them like at work and stuff, this is I'm probably going to go through this like way faster than normal. Normally I only use this when I'm going out. I don't know, I don't go out, but like places, when I go places and it's hot, or I'm going to a humid place and I need my makeup to last all day. Like for example, in California, we'd be at the Airbnb, I'd put on my makeup, and then I'd be gone all day long until the very end of the evening when I came back. And so I needed my makeup to last until then. So that's when I would use something like this, but it has just reminded me how freaking good it is. And if you haven't tried it and you have oily skin, you're missing out, because it doesn't just extend the wear time of your makeup, but it also mattifies. So it keeps you matte most of the day. Not like 100%, there's still gonna be a little oil come through, but with this, it is such a smaller chance that you're gonna get oily throughout the day if you use this. Last product, this is kind of weird, but it helped. This is from Amazon. This was the Bevo. These are the knee braces. They were super inexpensive. It comes with 2 of them. They look like this. So if you watched my half dome vlog, then you saw me wearing these. These sit right underneath your kneecap, and they are like curved to support your kneecap and help keep your kneecap in place. But then on the back, it also has this like cushy part that helps stabilize your tendon that goes over your knee. So I was having horrible tendonitis stuff going on before the half dome hike, and I didn't know if I could even do the half dome hike. I was really nervous about it. But then I found these on Amazon, and everyone said, oh my gosh, I have horrible knee pain. I put this on when I work out or when I hike, and it totally helps. It takes the pain away. I wore these all day long when we went on the half dome hike, and my knee barely hurt. I'm just completely blown away at how much these help. And if you have knee pain or anything, I would definitely recommend trying these out. They just slip over your leg and then you Velcro it on the back. But these just help stabilize, and something about the way that it like condenses that tendon right underneath your knee, it absorbs the shock. It doesn't have your tendon working so hard on your knee. And if you have trouble bending your knee or you have knee pain, give it a try. I will link them down below, because I was shocked at how well they helped me when I was hiking for 16 hours. Like I was able to do it because of these. So there you have it. Those are all of my favorites for July. Again, let me know what are your favorites down below. I'd love hearing about them and finding new things through your guys' favorites as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.